The cation exchange capacity measurement using sodium acetate method or sodium absorption method requires atomic absorption spectrometer and sodium standards. So first thing, we turn on the vent. If it works, you can hear the sound.
Switch on.
Turn on the switch
And you should see your monitor light up.
and you will see the monitor on. The software automatically opens. So connecting to devices.
Yes.
So you may need to wait for 2-3 minutes because it's doing the internal calibrations. Now it's finished, it shows idle. This lab is for sodium, so we'll double click sodium. We'll just double click one method and you'll go to setting up spectrometer. Wait for until it finishes all this setting up. So it finished the calibration, but we need to go to the safety interlock to check if everything is okay or not. So here air pressure and C2H2 pressure is not okay. We're turning this on, and as you can see the pressure
Goes up.
and same here.
The pressure needs to be on the black line.
The pressure needs to be on the black line,
Yes.
and if this one drops to black line, we need to change the cylinder. Same thing here.
Yes. Same thing for your C2H2. And right now you can see
Now they are green, so it's good.
double
So
click.
for the calibration, we're going to the method, double click it here on the icon,
And you need to go to
and a calibration, and then you need to adjust it.
So to ease better, you keep the keyboard always show up on the screen. To do that, you need to go to Tools, Docking, and Float. Then the keyboard will always be on the screen, and you can change the position of the keyboard.
So whenever you are making the calibration curve, go from low to high value. So we have 3 different concentrations, 0.25, 0.5 and 1. So we had this thing here, and the equation is non-linear through 0. After finishing the calibration, you click OK, and then you go to the main page. And then here in the results section, you need to know like where you are putting your results. So click here and then select the one that you need or rename it, and then click hit OK. Once everything good, you can click flame on. Then it will generate a flame here.
Wait, you will ask you.
It will ask you conditions, and you just need to hit OK, and then you can see the flame.
So right now you can put the a blank. Normally it's the 0 ppm. And you just need to put this tube into your centrifuge tube.
And then
Then click analyze blank.
Then.
Yes. You can see it's measuring on the top right corner, and you can see the result comes out after they finish. When you analyze blank, the auto zero will perform after you finish the blank. After we finish the blank and finish the auto zero, you can move on to your standard curve. So right now, Danish will analyze the first standard, which is 0.25 ppm. And you should be able to see the absorbance on the top left corner window. You can also see here the absorbance, and you're done right now. Okay. Then you can use the next standard, put the next standard in, and then click standard. Click analyze standard. Again, you can see the absorbance on the top left corner. And once you finish, it will show you idle, and then you can change to the next one. Our last standard will be 1 ppm sodium, and you put the sample into the tube and hit analyze standard. On the top right corner, this window will also show you the current calibration curve based on the result. So right now we finished for the standard solution, which that the software generates the calibration curve by itself. But you can see here, it mentioned that the calibration curve may not be linear. So you may, in the end, you may need to use like a polynomial function to calculate the concentration. So right now we will use 0.5 ppm to pretend it's an unknown sample. To analyze sample after you put the tubes inside your sample tube, you need to go to, it's running out, okay. You need to go to analyze sample and click it. You can change the sample name here if you prefer, but normally you just click analyze samples. But if you do this way, you need to know which sample you are analyzing right now. You can take a note, or you can just change the sample name here. After you finish, the software will calculate the concentration for you. So it's 0.48 based on the calculation from the software, which is very close to 0.5 ppm. You can also choose to output the raw data and then calculate by yourself. It's up to you. Normally, before you turn off the flames, you need to run with pure DI water for 1 minute to rinse out all the remaining salts in the tube or in the drain. And then you need to also let it dry, let it run with just air for another 1 minute to make sure the tubes and the drain will be dry.
After analyzing the samples, first thing we need to turn off the flame.
Yeah, it's off. Okay.
After we're done, we need to turn this off. So
Also for now.
and clockwise, we just need to make it tight.
Okay. You need to make sure you close the cylinder. Otherwise, when we bleeding the gas, you will extract all the air or ethylene in the cylinder. So make sure, double check, triple check, you close the cylinder. Okay. To do the bleeding gas, which means to kind of like vent all the remaining gas in the tube, you need to go to setting and then go to flame. At the left bottom corner, there's an icon called bleed gas. You can hit it, and once you hit it, you will hear a sound. In the AA machine, you can also see the pressure drop on the regulator. After we bleed the gas, the final thing you need to do is to export the data. To do that, you need to go to the tools and then go to data manager here. It will open another software called data manager. Then first thing you need to know, you need to check is what library you are in. Right now it's in the library from other people. So you need to go to your library. To do that, click open library and then choose the library you created. For this class, we use test min 2024. So double click it and you should be able to see your result in this tab, in this window. Then go to export. You can create, you can using an existing design or you can create a new design. The design means what kind of data you want to output. So you click next, and then if you are going to export all the data you record today, you just click next, and you should be able to see all the data you collect for today. So click next, and you will show you what element you collect, which is sodium, so that's correct. So we just click next again. And this is where you should save your which folder you want to save your data, and like which format you want to save. But normally I just leave it there. I will not change anything. And this is the sample parameters, like what dates, what time, what location. But normally I only select the sample ID. And here's the mean related parameters. In default, it only gives you the analyte length. So normally I will select the absorbance corrected, so I can do the calculation by myself. To add the parameters, you can double click it, or you click it and then you click add. This is the replicate related parameters. Normally for this one, I also select output the absorbance. Okay, so right now we are done. Final thing you need to do is click export data. After we finish, you click finish, and then go to the folder. You just save the data. Normally the data is saved in the C drive, and then you go to user, public, PerkinElmer, touch, data, reports. And because the date is not correct on this computer, so it will normally save the data. Your data normally will be at the bottom of the in this folder. So if you open the sodium test, which is the experiment we did today, you should be able to find all your data in this file. That's it.
Now the final step is using thumb drive. We can copy or transport the data.
The final thing is to close the data manager, and then also exceed the AA software. It will ask you, do you want to quit? You say, of course. And then the sample information, you don't need to save it. If you want to save, you can save. And do you want to save the change to the master? No. Then the software will be shut down. Oh, do you want to turn off the lamps? Yes. So you will turn off the lamp.